and we are winning the battle. There are some friends of ours, fellow members of Parliament, they are attacking us that we are tarnishing Parliament. Can you imagine? But they have forgotten that the public came to know about what is happening in Parliament before us.
Yes.
We are following the public after they seeing the mischiefs here. And I was reading Honorable Sirwanyi's statement one time on a live show. He said, signatures to censure Hon Zake, we have more than enough. We want to have the entire house signing. Now, we are asking them to sign, they are fearing. The entire house. I have been asking one of my good friends, the Honorable Basarirwa. I asked, he says, we passed this money, as they always say, in the legal department committee. I said, where is Zake's money? He said, there you have us. When you talk about Zake's money, you have us. Can you imagine? The public is aware of what is happening. And I am happy with the public. There is a member of Parliament, I think from Nyabushozi. Her voters wrote to her officially, we want to know why you have not yet signed. Another one is in the machine here. I told him, don't talk, you refuse to sign. We are working. We must protect the name of this institution. And a lot is unfolding. As the honorable member has stated, you know the man who led the team here last Friday. He one time went naked, showing his buttocks in the public. However nasty they are, he knows. And he is the one leading people to come and demonstrate against us. We are ready to go and talk, say whatever you want against us, but the facts will remain. What happened is irregular and null and void. No member will convince us with the 5 signatures we are remaining with. Yesterday I was happy, I saw a member signing from the Democratic Party. Yes. That was well done. We are pushing. And let me put this on record. There is no single Ugandan, I don't know any member of Parliament, who has been blamed for signing. But those who have refused to sign, they are asking them why they are not signing.
Yes.
They fear leadership. This institution has challenges, and the people who can save them, bring them out of the challenges, are members of Parliament. How do you call yourself a honorable member of Parliament who moves with a head that brains have been removed and you are taking it empty in the public? That's no, my brains are kept with somebody, but the moment I see this table, the brains run away. When we were in the steps, the brains come back, we talk about other religious issues. But once it comes to knowing the mischiefs, corruption at this institution, the brains are kept somewhere in the box. There are so many members with the brains kept somewhere in the box. Then afterwards, they come. They go for lunch, brains are back in the food. I want chicken, I want rice, I want spaghetti and marakwang. Then after eating, you hold your bag, the brains dash out, you go back where they keep them on matters of corruption. The other issue, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Nabanja, you are in trouble. You nicknamed yourself Majegere, but now you are Mapapula. You are Biai. Because when you are meeting Mr. Museveni, General Museveni at Tororo, at Chankwanzi, you sure we are going to fight corruption. But you are aware of what happened in the commission. You know that this commission last year in March. And the leader of opposition has been demanding for the same.
And she's a member
and you're a member of the commission. But you are signature to be the first one here. But you are deceiving General Museveni. I will get time to tell this man that those people are deceiving you. They are wearing just putting on combats, wearing caps, that they are like soldiers at Chankwanzi. But when it comes to the issue of corruption here, they all take off. Madam Prime Minister, you are the first person to appear in this press conference. We are helping you about this institution as a leader of government business. But As I conclude, and I'm insisting, the public is called upon. Public, please come with all your placards and enjoy the fruits of this institution. We are just representing you here after having received you in the constituency that we are going to talk, we are going to do this, everything. But at the end of the day, members are performing panchurium here, doing nothing. So please come on 23rd, as many as you want, because the precedent has been set. You can enjoy the fruits of this place. We have a canteen up. When you finish with your papers, go to the canteen and enjoy food and everything. Thank you very much.
The media that have been reading from you, the coverage that has been there has been very objective. And I think you are part of the struggle of fighting corruption. Corruption in the parliament and corruption anywhere it might be. So thank you very much for that. Yes. Very much appreciated. Now, I associate myself with this exercise because Parliament is very much stained. The image out there, people keep telling us that we are corrupt, that the Parliament is corrupt, the country is corrupt. We keep hearing the President talking about it. As I understand it, was a subject of concern at Kyankwanzi, corruption. So in my view, under the circumstance, anything that can be done to help fight corruption should be very much welcome. It's in that context that I very much support the censure motion. What I'm hoping is a motion where a matter is tabled on the floor of Parliament. Yes. And with a motion, normally somebody proposes and is seconded by one or two people. But after that, all others who are against it have opportunity to provide a rebuttal, to say, no, this is not right, this is how it was. I'm really, really surprised from my years of experience that some people are preferring that we keep quiet at all about this matter. That's very, very unprecedented. And I'm behind my colleagues here that this motion should be brought on the floor of Parliament, and let us have a mature discussion. And maybe even the public can get to know that maybe we got it wrong. But it's not just, it should not be just sweeping it under the carpet. Now, the other thing which I find interesting, I've heard some voices condemning the demonstrators. Sorry, the peaceful demonstration. Now, that peaceful assembly is guaranteed by our Constitution.
Yes.
Article
29.
Article 29. It's guaranteed. I don't see any problem with the people coming up and saying this is wrong. You listen to them. If you like it, then you see how they can be supported, how you best respond to what they've said. If you don't like it, then you just keep quiet. But allow them the opportunity to say what is hurting them. Yes. They are saying they are against corruption in the country, and that's why they're demonstrating. I'll find it very sad if somebody interferes with that peaceful demonstration. In my view, actually, if it's feared that there'll be rioters and that they will destroy public properties or something like that, let them provide security and let there be a proper route that they can follow to where they can assemble. And then they be allowed to say what they have to say. That's my view, and that's why I'm part of this exercise of fighting corruption. Thank you.
In reality, 5 signatures without any doubt will not fail us to get. People are already calling us and they're going to come and sign. The censure motion will reach the floor of this parliament and it will be discussed. All the struggles they are trying to make to fail this to reach the floor of parliament will not succeed. We wonder, why are they fearing? Why are they fearing for this matter to be discussed on the floor of parliament? They are saying it will unblock so many issues, so many secrets of parliament. But why are we fearing? We are being paid using taxpayers' money. Why are we afraid if issues are discussed on the floor of parliament? We should not be afraid. Members are simply not signing because they fear the leadership of this parliament.
Yes.
They are afraid that they will no longer be given trips to travel abroad, that they will no longer be given money to fundraise projects in their constituency. That is the main reason they are fearing. But who brought them to this parliament? Is it they came here alone? They did not use any other person's money of this parliament. Why are they afraid of the leadership of this parliament? They are no longer even afraid of their voters, which is very surprising. Members should be more afraid of their voters who brought them in this parliament, because they are the people who brought them here, not the leadership of this house. So why are they afraid? Where is the allegiance of the members of parliament? Just because they say they will no longer get trips to travel abroad, they will no longer get money for fundraising for their constituency from this leadership of parliament. Why? Who brought them to this parliament? Why are they afraid? So voters must mark them clearly on this matter.
Call them.
So as far as I'm concerned, the March of 23rd is very welcome. The president himself said that people, the citizens of Uganda, must rise up against corruption. So the March of 23rd is simply a response to a calling from the president of this country. People should be allowed to march peacefully, and they should also be allowed to enter this parliament like the previous marches. People marched in this parliament and they were allowed.
There is no retreat and no surrender. Whoever the powers be, whatever the invisible hand behind, this is very loud and very clear,
Yes.
that sanity must exist in this parliament. You can't start fighting corruption in the whole country without cleaning where MPs sit, where the policies are made for this country. We are very much aware, possibly by the fears of some of the members, that this motion could be the iceberg to open some of the rot which is existing in this institution. We are much aware that the system of classes has existed in this parliament. The parliament has been clustered into the nobles and the serfs.
Yes.
The nobles are very busy enjoying the trips, flying over, in and out. The nobles are being facilitated to go for fundraisings in their constituencies, which is not a mandate they brought them. That's not the mandate of this parliament to do so. So the powers behind to be, they should take this warning and caution that no amount of intimidation, no amount of colors, no amount of whatever will stop us to debate this motion on the floor of parliament. We are very much aware that this is an iceberg and an opener. This motion will give an insight of how the employment is done in this parliament. What's the employment structure? How is the employment policy? How is it being employed? How is the welfare of members and the staff in this parliament? Maybe to them they fear that once this motion comes on the floor of parliament, it's going to give that insight. There is nowhere where members of parliament have had a chance to dialogue and discuss with their commissioners. Yes. The commissioners have been pocketed. You cannot have a chance to speak with them. You can't discuss with them. We don't know how parliament is being operated. Come May, come shine, hook or crook, this motion has to be discussed. And for those who want to oppose the motion, they might end up flying on a forged passport, like Napoleon did the Moscow campaign. We want it to be discussed. Let fairness be on the floor of parliament. If they defeat the motion, well and good. But for those who want to stop it, for those who want to use the visible hand, for those who think they can bribe members, and the motion is not discussed, they should stand warned.
And lastly for me, I want my voice to go out to those organizing the protest against corruption next week. You see, we would be in a very contradictory situation if we fight against corruption in parliament and we say those people should not come. No, fighting corruption is a collective effort. So our appeal to the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Anita Among, now that you have set a precedent, you see, Parliament is part of the legislative body. It is the legislative body. And the legislative body goes with precedents. That's how courts move and Parliament. Precedents are very important. A precedent is when you set an example. We want to tell the Right Honorable Anita Among not to stop people coming to present a petition against corruption. So you out there, we support you. We shall be even there to witness a petition being handed over to the Speaker. We shall be here to witness. So welcome you. Only that our guidance is, let the police guide you. Let the people, because it is a constitutional right. It is a constitutional right. They are not breaking any law. Let them organize themselves, whether at the National Theatre, and as they come to Parliament, they can be checked. We see who is harmful or harmless. They register. Right Honorable Anita Among on that day be present to receive the people's petition. There is no doubt about this. Be present to receive the people's petition against corruption. We support you because this is your voice. A precedent has been set, and to me, where the Speaker invests a lot of money in a person of this caliber, who does not come from Zimbabwe, a person of this caliber, Kisakyasitani,
who led the protesters?
Who led the protesters and is being paid by the Speaker. You lead this. You have such people to lead you. Huh? This is the person. You invest money. This Parliament has been desecrated. This is no longer the Parliament. Madam Speaker Anita Among, you've done this to Parliament. You lead this. Such a caliber of people. How about those peaceful protesters? But they came in with their bags. They entered Parliament and they marched up to the 5th floor where the Speaker sits. And she taxfully escaped. But since then up to now, yesterday they were at National Theatre. She's organizing a meeting with the President over the group led by this kind of upstart. So we are disappointed. That's why we are calling on the Right Honorable Speaker, if you can invest money and time and resources in such a hoodlum, how about people who are peacefully protesting? Lastly, we never intended to have the Speaker in this matter, and even in our words. But she has embedded herself, she has put herself together with Mpuga. You know them, the personal assistant of Mpuga. We know they are paid 200,000 shillings per day. They are paid 200,000 shillings per day. And each day they meet at Hera Hotel on Lwemiyaga Road to receive their pay. These ones. They are paid 200,000 per day. And you allow them to walk in uncleared by police into the premises of Parliament, into the parliamentary buildings, and they walked all the way to the floor.
Clear. Police accompanied them. They were not cleared. They were not cleared.
So we are saying enough is enough. And lastly, please allow this motion. This motion is going to be very good Parliament. We received the 156 billion as a quota release. But this money, we are hurt that it is coming to Parliament before we streamline the Commission. Our motion is streamline the Commission so that the Speaker does not run two accounts. You cannot run the Parliamentary Commission account and the Speaker's account.
Two votes.
Two votes? How do you run two votes when you're a single person? How do you run two votes? That is why there are those members of Parliament who are the bereaved. You have a fundraising, the Speaker cannot even give 5 million. And when she offers one, she lies, she deceives. She never delivers on the 5 million. Yes. But recently at in Zambia, she donated 1 billion to the cancer. Among 1 billion. She went for the Sanity Foundation. She gave 100 million, where she encouraged people to welcome the leaders as long as they steal
Soroti, she was challenging the president.
and give to her voter.
Last Saturday, Soroti, she challenged the president.
On Saturday, I and him witnessed in Soroti. The president, His Excellency, through the vice president, was able to donate 20 million.
For a church.
For the church, they have their church there. And the speaker said, I'm giving 100. Where does he get all this money? And members of parliament don't see that this is their money. They don't see. This is a woman as parliament. She has no business to donate 1 billion. She has no known income to donate the 100 million to Sanity Foundation. To the golfers, yes. To the golfers, she donated 100 million. Can you imagine? Golfers, 100 million. Soroti Church, 100 million. Sanity Foundation, 100 million. In Zambia, 1 billion. And you say, for you are donating 100, the president is donating 20. And 10. And the members clap. Those ones who ran after her, we found them kneeling. Can you imagine? Members of parliament, men, kneeling. Mama, mama, mama. And she was busy looking the other side. She could not even look. So enough is enough. We are saying enough is enough. And whatever they try to do, we shall have our motion. We shall continue fighting. And this motion is going to streamline even you, committee chairpersons. Committees used to have their own budget. They now don't have their budgets. Committees could propose names of members to propose and travel on committee business. I belong to the Public Accounts Committee. Has no money, the Public Accounts Committee, to send even a delegation to Arusha here to check on the foreign missions. A quarter is like now.